Okay, let's get to our top story this evening on 6 p.m. Prime. They were perverted comments, they were filthy comments passed off as a joke by Beer Biceps. Outrage, yes, validated, justified. But multiple complaints, FIR, summons being issued not just to Ranveer Allahbadia, but to several other hosts, influencers, actors who were a part of this show who weren't even on the same episode, were in different episodes. All of them also have been summoned. Serious charges have been slapped against Ranveer, who, remember, has apologized for his comments. In our next report, we get you all the details of how really this entire controversy has snowballed to become the biggest talking point in this country.
Trouble mounts for Ranveer Allahbadia and influencers who featured in Samay Raina's India's Got Latent show. Ranveer Allahbadia and others have now been booked under various charges, including insulting women's modesty, intruding a woman's privacy, promoting enmity between groups, obscene acts, and joint criminal liability. Apurva Mukhija, known as the Rebel Kid on social media, was spotted exiting the car police station in Mumbai. The comedian influencer refrained from making any comments to the media.
You want to say something?
The police have booked all guests who appeared in episodes 1 to 6 of the India's Got Latent show, naming Samay Raina, Balraj Ghai and others. YouTuber Ashish Chanchalani's statement has been recorded. Samay Raina, who is currently abroad, has been summoned. Meanwhile, singer Mika Singh has slammed the show, flagging excessive use of abusive language.
मैंने भी वो एपिसोड देखा है, बहुत ही वाहियात, बहुत ही अजीबो किस्म की उसमें गालियां दे रहे हैं, माँ बहन की गालियां दे रहे हैं, कुछ भी बोल रहे हैं. ऑडियंस बेचारी एंजॉय कर रही है. हम श्योर उनके फैंस काफ़ी होंगे और काफ़ी फैंस को ये शो पसंद भी है. अगेन मैं बोलूँगा, मुझे इनसे गुस्सा नहीं, पर इनको रोक लगाने के लिए कोई ना कोई चाहिए.
BJP leaders have also hit out at the influencers for the abusive content in the show.
देखिए, भारत है, इस यहाँ की संस्कृति अलग है. ये वेस्टर्न का एक शो का कॉपी करके ये लोगों ने अपने अंदर के उस प्राणी को दिखा दिया जो इन लोगों ने एक अलग नकाब पे. तो बहुत दुखद है इस तरह की भाषा का प्रयोग, जहां हमारी पत्नी, हमारे बच्चे, हमारी बेटी, हर घर की बेटी, हर घर की माताएं, बहनें सब देख रही हैं.
ब्यूरो रिपोर्ट, इंडिया टुडे.
So like I said, this isn't just now Ranveer Allahbadia who made that comment who's in trouble. Every influencer, actor, comedian who's been a part of the show is now being summoned. And here are some of those names. Samay Raina, who's the host of the show, he was right next to Ranveer Allahbadia. He was seen laughing, so he's been booked. Now, Apurva Mukhija, who is a very popular influencer, she was there as a guest on the same episode as Beer Biceps. She's been booked too. Now here's where it gets bizarre. The list of names that you see after this, they were all part of different episodes of the comedy show, appeared before Ranveer Allahbadia was part of the show, and yet they've also been booked. Raftar, very famous again, appeared as a guest. Urfi Javed, influencer, she appeared as a guest. Badshah, the rapper, appeared as a guest, so he's been booked. Siddhant Chaturvedi, young actor, came as a guest on the show, has been named, has been booked. Bharti Singh, popular Hindi comedian, has been booked. Harsh Limbachia, who also appeared as a guest, has been booked. That's not all. The list goes on and on. Ashish Chanchalani, who appeared as a guest, he was in the episode the same day as Beer Biceps. The rest, like I said, between episode 1 to 6, were there at some point, but yet they've been booked too. Poonam Pandey, another name also, who appeared as a guest. And just look at this list. You've got actors, you've got comedians, influencers, everyone under the sun who appeared even before Beer Biceps, now being booked in this case. Rakhi Sawant, Yuzvendra Chahal, cricketer, Raghu Ram, popular of course from Roadies, Avika Gaur, they all appeared as guests and they've been booked. So now is this crackdown over Beer Biceps comment over Ranveer Allahbadia, or is this a crackdown against the show India's Got Latent? What explains the fact that every single person who's ever appeared on that show is now being booked. Next thing you know, the audience also, for laughing, will now have to also face a crackdown. This has led to serious questions about, whether there's a law even that allows something like this to happen for everyone who's been a part of the show to also be dragged in because of beer biceps. But let's tell you, really, at a time when you don't really have a law that governs this kind of online content, when there's so much talk of regulation, how is it that Ranveer Allahbadia is being booked in this manner? Well, there are multiple complaints against him. The FIR against him names a couple of charges. First, that he insulted a woman's modesty with his sex with parents joke, intruding on a woman's privacy. This is another charge that's been put against him. Promoting hatred, enmity between groups. Now there's a big question mark on how this particular section applies, but I'm guessing people are now using their imagination to go ahead and ensure somehow Ranveer Allahbadia faces fire. Insult or attempt to insult religious beliefs. Now again, there's a big question mark on what kind of religious beliefs Beer Biceps has actually violated with the comments that he's made. He's not referred to any religion. Obscene acts and songs in public places is another charge. Joint criminal liability. Transmission of obscene material in electronic form. Some of these charges is, of course, what you will see in case complaints are filed because of online content. Some of these, like talking about insulting sentiments, talking about religious beliefs, are 100% bizarre. But this is what the FIR states. It's based on this that right now he's been booked. Let's get your breaking news coming in. Comedian Samay Raina, who's the host of India's Got Latent, has sought more time to appear before cops. He's currently abroad, currently in America, and so his legal team has approached the Mumbai police seeking for more time, saying he will return in a month from now on March 17th. But the Mumbai police have said nothing doing, that's too late. So they've issued a deadline. They've said within 14 days from the beginning of this inquiry, Samay Raina will have to come. Essentially, he's been given 2 weeks. He's asked for a month. He's been given 2 weeks to appear before the Mumbai police. We'll have to see if he abides by that deadline. The Mumbai police said we need to ensure timely investigation. We can't wait for 1 month to record his statement. What about the other accused in this case? Let's get you more breaking news. Now, social media influencer Apurva Mukhija and YouTuber Ashish Chanchalani, who appeared as guests on the show India's Got Latent in the very same episode as Ranveer Allahbadia, have said in their statement to the police that the show is not scripted. The judges and the participants are told to talk rather openly. So they've dismissed all of the speculation that Beer Biceps had actually had a script and that he read it out. But they're saying, no, that's not the case. We chose to say whatever we wanted to. There was no script. There was no payment also because this was done as a favor. They're all reportedly friends, so they turned up at this particular show. Now, also what they've told the cops, what we're hearing is that they've said the judges have the freedom to post the content of the show on social media. And this is why they decided to be a part of it. Divyesh Singh is joining us with more details on this. Divyesh, you're seeing this kind of a crackdown right now by the Mumbai police where every single person who's been a guest of the show is being brought on board, is being booked, is being summoned. Why is that? Is this a crackdown now against Ranveer Allahbadia, or is this a crackdown on the show itself?
Well, Akshita, there are two fronts. There are two different investigations, or rather, one is an inquiry and another is an investigation. The inquiry is being conducted by the Khar police, under whose jurisdiction the show was shot. The show was shot at a studio named Habitat. It falls under jurisdiction of Khar police station, and that is why Khar police station has started recording statements. They recorded statement of Apurva Mukhija and Ashish Chanchalani and 4 others associated with the show. They've also summoned Samay Raina, who has sought time because he's in the US on a tour, and he sought time till March, but cops told Samay Raina's manager that he has to appear within 14 days. The inquiry cannot be kept pending for so long. Another part, there is a FIR registered by the Maharashtra Cyber Nodal Police Station. This is an investigation, and in this investigation, all, including the jury, the host, the participants, the organizers from episode 1 to episode 6, whoever has participated, whoever has been associated with the show have been summoned. That summons have been issued to Ranveer Allahbadia, Samay Raina, Rakhi Sawant, Poonam Pandey, Urfi Javed and various others, whoever has participated in the show, and this is an investigation.
Okay.
Section 41A notices will also be given if the participants, the organizer, the accused who have been booked do not appear before Maharashtra Cyber Police Station. Section 41 notice will be given, and if they do not appear after that notice, they can be arrested for non-cooperation. But before their arrest, the police will have to give them a Section 41A notice.
At this rate, what we're essentially perhaps going to see, and I wouldn't be surprised, is the audience of the show also being summoned, anyone who watched the show online also being summoned, because apparently this is going to be a very wide investigation. But are we taking things too far here? Yes, he made an offensive comment, a vulgar, crass joke. He's apologized for it. But even if there are complaints, FIRs being lodged against Ranveer Allahbadia, that investigation will go on. But now anyone who's had any association with the show is also being pulled up. Thanks very much, Divyesh, for joining us with those details. We've got more breaking news coming in. And now it looks like these artists are also being cancelled. Samay Raina, the comedian, the host of India's Got Latent, had shows scheduled in Gujarat which now stand cancelled. His shows in Ahmedabad and Surat have been cancelled in light of this controversy. The shows were scheduled for next month, for March and for April. Both stand cancelled right now. So it looks like all of the accused right now, at least Samay Raina and Ranveer Allahbadia, who's lost a whole lot of his followers in light of this controversy, are now being cancelled by authorities. Brijesh Doshi is joining us live with more details on this. Brijesh, we understand Samay Raina had 2 shows lined up, both of which have been cancelled. Who cancelled this? Was this done by the comedian or was this by the authorities?
The shows were cancelled by the host, the persons who are hosting the shows of Samay Raina in Ahmedabad, Surat and Vadodara. As per the Book My Show website, there were around 5 to 6 shows early in the morning, but by the noon, all the details of these 3 venues have been vanished from the site. So, as per the VHP, all the hosts who were organizing this kind of events, they have said that they have cancelled the shows, and Samay Raina won't be coming to Gujarat for doing his show that Unfiltered. He is doing the India tour under the show Unfiltered for the stand-up comedy. But as far as Gujarat is concerned, all the 3 venues, the organizers of all the 3 venues have cancelled the show as per the current information. There is no official announcement yet, but the details of the booking of the show on the website has been removed. So VSP has claimed that before they do any kind of protest, it has been cancelled by the organizers himself. So that is the news from the Gujarat. All other shows of Mumbai,
so the organizers
Hyderabad
have gone ahead and cancelled the show, not Samay Raina, not the authorities, but essentially the organizers who perhaps thought that at this time, in light of the controversy, it could lead to issues for them. Thanks very much, Brijesh, for joining us with those details. Now, it's not the first time that you've seen this kind of outrage over a joke, over a comedy piece. You've had comedians, influencers, all of them facing fire for comments they've made, for their monologues and whatnot. And now we'll run you through in our next report previous instances of how a debate over dark comedy has always ended in a bad place in India.
A crass joke that has invited the wrath of society and law. Ranveer Allahbadia, aka Beer Biceps, has been booked for his sex with parents joke, but it is not the first time that such a massive controversy has erupted over a joke. In 2021, famous comedian Veer Das faced backlash for his "To India's" monologue, accused of insulting India overseas.
I come from an India where we worship women during the day and gang rape them at night.
For this comment, Veer Das faced brickbats and a series of complaints as well. But he cleared the air, maintaining that it wasn't meant to demean the country overseas.
I think laughter is a celebration. And I think when a room fills up with laughter and applause, that's pride and that's joy. It's pure love. And I think any Indian with a sense of humor, who enjoys satire and who watches my entire video will know that's what happened in my video and will feel love and feel amazing.
In the same year, in 2021, comedian Munawar Farooqi was arrested in Indore after he was accused of hurting Hindu sentiments in a show where he mocked Hindu gods.
उसका काम है कब्र खोदने का.
And then there's controversy's favorite child, comedian Kunal Kamra. From facing death threats for his comments on the Indian Army to the Supreme Court, initiating contempt of court proceedings for his posts against a top court, Kamra has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons for years now.
I felt like
In 2016, stand-up comedian Tanmay Bhatt faced a crackdown by the Mumbai police over a mock conversation video that he made between Lata Mangeshkar and Sachin Tendulkar.
they'll tell you it's just the no Virat, okay? Just yeah. So I was saying no. I definitely very respectful for Virat. No, I don't get angry. Very honestly, I don't. I just feel like. You know, Sachin, I also personally think that Virat is a better batsman and I also really
This video sparked massive outrage, leading to cops pulling down the video. Tanmay, remember, was part of AIB, which shut shop in 2018 after Bhatt and Khamba were implicated in two separate sexual harassment allegations. The debate over dark comedy in India has led to arrests, complaints and a whole lot of online outrage. Bureau Report, India Today.
So you've clearly seen that we've had a tryst with dark comedy and not in the best possible way.